Hey everyone, and welcome back to Vitruvian Art. Today I was actually thinking about my Queen Ruby tutorial, and I was thinking, why not do all of the big precious gems, So this is going to be the Queen Emerald tutorial, and we're just going to jump right in because I'm already set up and everything. Aren't I awesome today? I'm all prepared. Um, which is not normally how it is. Anyway, so I have my greens and my blue here that I want to share with you. This is leaf green, and then I have chrome oxide green fiery. I have deep cobalt green, and I have dark indigo. I also have a black in case I want to add some extra depth and darkness in the very back of it. So, we're good to go. When doing really dark, really deep stones and colors, or gems, you don't want to start with a base that's so light that you're going to end up having a look that just isn't quite right. With deep dark ones, you're going to want a base color that is going to be lighter than you want to eventually have the entire gem, but you don't want it to be white. You don't want it to be ivory or something that's so light that it's just not going to complement your gem. So that's why I picked out leaf green. So that is going to be our basic base for our reflected light, because emeralds are so saturated with their color. So we're going to go ahead and start with a base of this. And it's going to kind of be our reflected light area and then all around it, because we're going to use this to help blend in some of the other colors as well. Now green can get very dark, but to help it get darker as well as not to lose some of the vibrancy of the color, I've decided to use a dark blue to help with the shadows and such instead of just going straight to black. So it will just help it keep its vibrancy and not tone down the color too much. Using a gray would definitely tone down the color. Okay, this is the chrome oxide green fiery. And this is much more what you think of when you think of like an emerald green, I think. But, that's just me personally. I like very deep colors. I like very saturated colors. Very jewel-esque colors. It's where jewel-esque colors. That's what I wear a lot of, is blues and greens that are very dark, as well as black. I wear a lot of black. Obviously, today it's a little bit cold this morning, so I'm wearing like this weird beigey colored thing. I don't know, it's fuzzy and it makes me feel warm, so that's all I really care about. This is just to get down a little bit of base of color and kind of start building it up. This is the deep cobalt green. And as always, I have my odorless mineral spirits on hand so that we can blend everything together really well and get a very nice, very solid base. I know I use it in almost all of my videos, but once again, it's odorless mineral spirits, and I just use that, and it's in a little bottle with a sponge at the bottom, and I dip a little paper stump in it in order to help me blend. And it's really that simple, but it's one of the things I get asked most, and I'm like, did you watch the video? Because I said it in the video. So, I try and say it in all my videos. I know I don't always remember to, and sometimes I just use it without saying anything, so. There we go. And I'm just going to see if I can find a clean one, because I didn't clean one beforehand. Bad me. Oh, and this one already has green on it. We'll just use that one. So, these are very easy to use. Just dip it in, swish it around. And this is paper on paper that you're hearing. It's not because I'm pushing down very hard. And like I said, this is mostly just so we have this really nice base to work with. Don't have little white thingies showing through, because I end up getting really aggravated by them for absolutely no reason. Alright, so I want to start building up some of the shade and the depth of our emerald here. So I've got my indigo, dark indigo, and it is a very, very dark blue. It's almost black actually, but I use very light layers as always. And you can see like it goes on really, really smoothly, especially after you've used the odorless mineral spirits. I just want to give a really nice shadow to all of this up here. And don't be afraid to go dark on your gems, especially when you want to create a lot of depth in them. Don't be afraid to go dark. It's okay. Your eye will still read it as shadow. It's not going to read it as that's not the right color I wanted when you're finished. Okay, let's start going back down. And this is the deep cobalt green. And I know I could go a lot slower and really get these blended just with the pencils. And oftentimes I do, especially when I'm not on camera. But for the sake of efficiency, I guess, I'm just going to blend it again with odorless mineral spirits. Let's see. This is the Chrome Oxide Green Fiery. And I'm really going to go into my reflected light with this just to help get a whole bunch of it in here. And then with my, I think it was leaf green, right? I think I got leaf green. I'm going to go all over all of this. And then I'm just going to grab my little paper stump and blend it. And what I think I'm realizing is that I want this to be a whole lot darker than it is, honestly. So, this is just going that one step back up to the chrome oxide green. I just do. I want this a whole bunch darker than it is. Which is fine, because, seriously, like, yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. This one is the deep cobalt green. I just really want that deep feeling in all of this. So, I'm going to go grab my black, put some of that up here as well. The black helps to give it that undertone of depth that I really want up here. And we're going to put the blue over it to make sure it doesn't kill our color too much. I really want to turn this really bad. And it's really hard to. So, excuse me for just a sec. There we go. It's a little bit better. This right up here is just like a light edge on here, and I don't want a light edge anywhere, especially up here in the shadow. So, this is the chrome oxide Oblivia. And I'm just going to go over this a whole bunch. Because it's just not quite turning out the way I want it to. I mean, it's still really pretty. But sometimes I really feel the gem, other times I do not. It could just be that I'm not in a feeling the gem mood, but whatever. I'm actually going to go get the leaf green. Yeah, there it is. It's that different, slightly different tone, that slightly different value that just helps it. I don't know. I'm not sure what helps exactly, but But right here is bothering me. And I'm like this with all my gems. I just work on them until I really feel like they're getting to where I want them to be. And at that point, that's where I'm like, okay, it's there, it's arriving, that's where I want it to be. And sometimes it just takes a while to get there. But that's the way I am with all of my gems. I really do like them to look just absolutely fantastic. I like that. Do you like that? I like that. I might end up going back and putting on more green. You never know. But I think that is pretty much it for this one. And one of the things I just love about these polychromas, they just continue layering forever. Let's see. If we go ahead and just call it there, because I think it's pretty much awesome at this point. Or at least I'm done skis with it. Remember to follow the shape of your gem, your outline, no matter what your outline is. Make sure to follow it about the same width over here. Same width on the outside, and then come up on the inside a little bit. This is obviously not what it's doing over here, but as you can see, this is all kinds of crooked. That's alright. I go back and I fix it anyway. Alright, and then generally what I will do is I'll get one of my pencils and I'll just come in here and refine my highlights. I prefer that they have like really nice straight sides on them. Very clean look. And you can always go back and redo them, so. And, yeah, generally, you can just scratch them off and redo them if you're not happy with them. Like, it really won't hurt your gem. You can use your fingernail, you can use one of the pencils, you can use a blender pencil if you're afraid to put too much color on there. And there you have it. I definitely want a little bit of highlight right up here that I will still edit as well. Because I still want to follow the edge of the gem. And there we have it. This is going to be our Queen Emerald. So, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy all of my tutorials, and all of my links are below to find all the cool stuff and where to find me. So, I'll talk to you later. Bye.